Hello YouTube, Jared here, and today I wanted to make a quick video about three MMOs on console, namely the PS5 or Xbox Series X or whatever it is. I just wanted to start in chronological order that the game is released, um, namely ESO, which is Elder Scrolls Online. Um, Back in the day when there was only Elder Scrolls and Black Desert Online, I always tended to like Elder Scrolls better. And the thing is why is the PvP was very easy to the mechanics are easy. The mechanics are easy, and it's a very spammable game. You just spam skills. It's like a skill spam game. Now, this could be a con for you if you don't like spamming skills, because your fingers can, you're just mashing buttons continually. Um, but yeah, the game is not that bad. Both games, Black Desert and Elder Scrolls. I should put Black Desert up in here. I played that too, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't have enough experience with that game because I just did not get into it at all. But the cons are comparing to New World and Throne and Liberty is definitely the graphics are not as good as Throne and Liberty. And it is just a dated game. It is outdated. It is old. It's outdated and old. Okay, they need to rebuild the whole new game. I hope Skyrim 6 is gonna have multiplayer, and that would be great if they just threw that in there, made it a Skyrim and MMO. But I'm not sure that's gonna happen. I'm gonna come back to ESO. We'll add more later, but let's talk about New World. And honestly, should I have to put Aeternum here? I don't even know how they spell it. I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna write it down. You guys know that it's the console edition. It's including all DLCs. Um, Comparing this is going to be more of a direct comparison to Throne and Liberty because let's just be honest, Elder Scrolls is kind of like not really a competitor. Oh, a con is you have to buy it. You have to pay money. Um, they a pro is they have a lot of mounts. If you like mounts and housing, they do a lot of like uh, decorations for your place and like some people get into the role play, and I think maybe ESO is good for those kind of players because you can like literally have your own house and like get all these different little collectibles. But anyway, we'll go to New World. New World also has housing, right? And they do have mounts, but it is not as much as ESO. ESO. Let's just talk about the why would you even play New World? Well, the graphics are oops are amazing. And the world is so interactive. So interactive. Like every little tree or plant, you can literally cut it down, loot it. Every animal you can hunt it and kill it, skin it, get the meat, get the leather, Um, it is addictive. Like there, and then you have tools to upgrade, like your logging tools. It's it's like a whole nother game in a game. It's like you're not just there to kill things, you're there to build and farm and like hone your skills. So I got caught in it, man. When in the very beginning of the game, I was just like sitting there killing the hogs over and over because it was so fun. I was like, this is like a hunting simulator. It is feel like a hunting simulator sometimes. Um, and then later on, as you progress the game, you'll just find that there's way too many mobs. So I'm just gonna say that um, there's not enough AOE skills, powerful. There's not enough powerful AOE skills to kill the mobs. And AOE is area of effect. So what's going to happen is these mobs, they honestly have too much HP. And here's another con. The you can't strategically, you can't let's just be you can't get on top of a rock and shoot enemies at range without um, them. Oh, now this is going to be, I'm going to put this in all caps, retreating. This is a huge issue in the game. I'm just going to put this huge issue. And this is going to take a little bit of a point talk I need to talk about. So let's say you're a bow build like me. You shoot an enemy, and then you go over to a rock, and they can't attack you anymore because you're up on this mountain, right? The enemy will automatically just get full health and then go back to where they were. And it is so annoying. It is so annoying. I'm like, what is the point of playing AI? Who's the real AI? We're humans, we're smart. We beat the program, right? But no, New World is saying, "Oh, you're not going to kill our precious AI. Oh, you're going to be in a situation where you have an advantage over them. Oh, well, you're guess what? You're going to have to fight them again on their terms, where you're surrounded by them." Now, I know I'm yapping a lot about this, but this is one of the reasons why I don't even want to play the game that much anymore. Now, I'm trying to say the worst things about it first, so you can get a good sense of what I'm trying to tell you. However, if you're playing a melee build and you don't use ranged weapons, you're still gonna get overwhelmed. There's just way too many mobs. Um, oh, well, there's too many enemies. I'm sorry, too many mobs with too much health. Now I was over. I'm not gonna explain, but um, let's get into another con that I don't like. Now, directly comparing New World to Throne and Liberty's skill system. New World has. Now, I want to say this. Both games, New World and New World, and I need to say this. If you like classes, you'll like ESO. They use um, um, use class system. Much like Diablo, you want to play a sorcerer, go on the sorcerer. He has his own set of skills. Go and Yeah, they use a class system. I actually don't like the class system. I think every person should just create a character and the class depends on the weapon, which New World and um, Throne and Liberty have. How come I haven't put Throne and Liberty here? What's going on? Oops, sorry. Can I spell? Oh my gosh. What is going on? Throne? I can't spell, guys. I just woke up. But I wanted to get this video out because I think it's very important. Oh, sorry. Throne and Liberty pros. We're not done talking about New World, by the way. Let's just give it a few pros here and then the cons. By the way, pros are the good things. Cons are the bad things. You guys know that. Alright. So, Throne of Liberty is going to be very hard to complain against because it is a free game. It's free to play. If you didn't know, F2P, that's what people say. But it is also pay to win. But this is also PTW. And, oh, that's a pro? Some rich people are like, yes, that is a pro. That's a con, and in the eyes of the people, the poor people, they say no, pay to win is a bunch of garbage. But hey, you know what? Streamers, they don't mind it. Now, I don't want to go into why. I want to go back to the cons of New World, and I want to just say that the skill system, when you're comparing skill systems with New World and Throne and Liberty just annihilates New World's skill systems. Throne and Liberty has like synergies. There's these mini synergies. I don't know how to explain. Skills have depth. Skills have. Can I spell depth? And synergy. Meaning they work together with meaning. Well. And I'm gonna say over here, skills are very bland and basic and boring. And it is not complex at all. It is very... We're talking about New World here. It is just so sad. It is like a skill twig tree. It's not a skill tree, it's a skill twig. Now, people compared, Path of Exile and Diablo. Diablo has a skill twig compared to Path of Exile. And it is almost the same to say New World has a skill twig compared to Throne and Liberty. It is not... The skills, also the animations are dumb. I'm sorry I'm crapping on New World. I just gotta say, the Great Sword itself, the Great Sword art style, all looks the same. Like a fat spatula. It is... It is so bad. It looks like it's unrealistic. It looks unrealistic. And they're going for a realistic game. Like, you're really hunting, you're cutting these trees down, you're skinning the rabbit. And then you grab out this giant sword, which is twice the size of your character. I mean, I don't think that's cool. Unrealistic. I can't spell, guys. I know this is just me personally. I love the great swords. Now, in Throne and Liberty, though, I just can't bear it. I can't bear the way the great sword looks. It looks so bad. It's like an ice. It's eyesore. It's an eye sword for me. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. I'm just gonna say I can't. This is my personal opinion, guys. Don't get mad at me. This is just how I feel. And let me just go back to Throne of Liberty. The great sword. The great swords look so good and beautiful. Like I love the way they look. And the skills, the skill animations are beautiful. Um, are cool, man. They're cool. Let me think about Throne and Liberty. Not all skill animations are bad. Including there's some on the Great Sword that actually look good, and there's some bow ones. I mean, you just shoot the bow, right, and then you get the poise, you get the penetration shot. Um, However, let's go to the audio a little bit. I'm gonna say New World wins on the audio. The audio, the sound effects, um, just the world itself, all of the background noise, the background noise. You know, your horse, your mount, whatever you're doing, the it's all amazing. A matter of fact, I love to listen to New World over listening to Throne and Liberty's audio. Sometimes I unplug and I don't even listen to anything. I listen to music and stuff. But I actually enjoy listening to New World's audio. I'm like, this is really nice. I love the details and the sound. Like when you're walking, like the grit, the dirt noise with your feet. It is very, very detailed. I really appreciate it. Even the trees, you can hear the trees, the leaves. Like you can hear the trees too. Like it's amazing. I love New World's audio. Now, let's go down to Throne of Liberty's audio. The audio sound effects not as good as New World. So it's just a little bit less. It's a little bit less. And yeah, I will say yeah. So let's go back to the pros of New World. All right, this is very important. The main story. Oh my god. The main campaign. Let's just see, guys. You want to see a little quickie look or something? No, I'm pretty sure I'm at 53 hours. Is so good. Now listen, guys. It took me so long. I haven't even finished it. I'm after I killed Isabella. And then I killed that hard guy before that. He was a tough fight. There was 2 tough fights I recently did, and they were like chokeholds in the campaign. I'm like, am I gonna finish these fights? These are so hard. The main campaign is so good, and the quest tracking system is great. Is great. Sorry. So if you just want to, and I haven't even did PvP yet, so I know. I did a little bit of PvP, so I had, and I did PvP in Throne and Liberty. And what I'm gonna tell you, it's so funny, right? That, since Throne and Liberty has so much pay to win, it is so hard to get yourself enough free-to-play gear to match other players. So I'm just gonna say PvP is rough and not not new player friendly at all. Versus New World, PvP. Oh yeah, and there's rubber banding in this game. There's a lot of rubber banding. Now, if you don't know what rubber banding is, it's when your character is glitching out and lagging. And it's like a ping issue. It's like basically like a instability, unstable, not stable. Now, I'm not trying to say it's always not stable. You'll have Throne of Liberty, and they're working out some patches. So it is a new game, and that's a good thing about Throne of Liberty. It is a new game, so plenty of room for community feedback. And I think they're actually listening. Throne of Liberty has been getting. Just remember, Amazon is the publisher. They're not in charge of the game. Still, NC is the Korean developers. They will send Amazon an update, and Amazon will put the update out based on their patch. So it's not like, don't blame, like, the publishers and the developers are very different. They're like the suits and the nerds, right? There's the suits are the publishers, the nerds are the ones sitting at the computer fixing it. So just to let you know. Now, I have gotten a lot into this, but yeah, New World's campaign was so good. Throne and Liberty's campaign, I kid you not. The campaign did not feel rewarding at all. And I'm just going to say I got one purple item at the end. And can I just put a WTF? What the fudge? Like, in my campaign, I haven't even finished New World's campaign. I've already gotten 2 golden items beyond purple. And by the way, almost my character's full of all purple armor. Free to play. So the thing about Throne of Liberty is gear is easy to get. Good gear. Now, there's these things about the gems that you can get it. The economy in New World. Gold is scarce. That can be a good thing or a bad thing. So, like, there's some gems. There's some socketable things that you put inside your armor. They're too expensive. They like give you like another. They like help your. For example, you socket something in your sword. Oh, now you have 7% lifesteal. So however much damage you do, you get 7% it back as health. Like those kind of things are way too expensive. They're like, oh, we want 5,000 gold for that, and your character only has 7,000 that he made his whole lifetime. So that's another problem. Whereas Throne and Liberty, you just got to straight up pay for their currency, the real money, to get players' items. However, the good thing is, if you find a way to sell things, you can sell items. Some items. Let me just put in capitals. Some, because I haven't even like for the game currency. So in theory, you can actually make money playing Throne and Liberty if you know how to get those items that people want. So you have to know the items and the stats that people want on them. And if you know these things, then you can make a lot of profit, and the pay to win is completely gone. So everybody says, "Oh, Throne of Liberty's pay to win." Well, if you figure out how to sell items on the market, then you can actually not after have to pay for anything, because that same currency is used to buy. You can buy your own things on the market that you need. But I will say the cons is, as I said, good items are hard to come by. And it is a grind. It is a real grind. Now that could be a good thing for somebody. Say, hey, I want to grind. I don't want to get my purple. In the reality, the purple items are like yellow items in this game. A lot of how I feel. And now I do like the system for Throne Liberty has a lot of systems for infusing gear. They have a nice gear system. Let me just say that. It's more complex. Whereas Throne and Liberty's gear system, it's basically you're done with this item, throw it away. You can't use any old items. So the gear system is bland. Let me just say that. It's bland. And I think I've been comparing these a lot, and I don't want to make this video too long. I don't even know why ESO was here. We should have just erased it. But yeah, I just wanted to give a good idea about these games. But yeah, guys, let me know how you feel. And personally, let me just say, I'm still working on New World Quest, and I personally enjoy New World better. However, I enjoy Throne and Liberty's my character's skills with the great sword and the way he looks with the great sword. I like the great sword better in Throne and Liberty than I do in New World. But I do like the bow in New World. Oh, and there's another con. You cannot toggle aim. Now this is something like, you know how you hold down the button? Some people don't want to hold down the button. They want to toggle the aim. And here's another thing. You cannot customize controls. Customizing controls is not good. Versus Throne and Liberties, they have one of the best customizable control setups ever. Like, you can literally put, and by the way, you guys, there is 12 skills. There is 12 skills that you can use on your controller. Versus, guess how many skills you get in Throne and New World? Just guess. You can get 6 skills, but there's 3 each skills. You could get 6 skills. 3 for each weapon. And that just tells you, do you want to play 12 skills? Do you want to play 6 skills? Throne and Liberty has did their research. They know how to make the controls work. New World needs to fix their control stuff. They basically force you to use certain controls. They have these controls called the modifier controls. Throne and Liberty, you can choose what modifier controls you want. You can in this one, but they give you only 2 modifiers, whereas Throne and Liberty gives you unlimited modifiers. So I don't understand why New World can't remove, like, just copy Throne of Liberty's control system, New World, please. Like, it's so bad. As a console player, I'm just saying, like, I way pretty much prefer Throne of Liberty. Oh yeah, another bad thing about people don't like Throne of Liberty is they feel like it is an auto battle game or something, an auto battler, like a mobile. But I don't feel like that because I come from like old school games where like your character automatically does stuff. But that if you that could be a good thing for some people. Like yeah, there's basically no light and heavy attacks. But there is, but your character, you don't actually press the button for the attacks. It's automatic. Light plus heavy attacks are automatically done. If you don't know that. And Throne of Liberty, some people, I mean, New World, they like they like to manually like light light plus heavy attack. Anyway, guys, I think in general, guys, of course, I deleted ESO. It's old. It's dated. Yeah, and I personally play. I like to play Warden. I do think ESO is great. I think it's just been outdated for me, and I'm just moving on. I don't really like playing it anymore. And also on the console, let me just say cons. There is no ESO. Please, make crossplay. There's no crossplay, and it's like too long of a wait time for PvP for Battlegrounds. And in general, like the whole thing is you get gang banked. Gang banged. I don't want to say that, like you get ganged up on, outnumbered very easily in that game, and that happens in Throne and Liberty as well, and it happens in New World, but that's just a part of MMOs. Like, I'm personally playing New World right now. I had to let go of Throne and Liberty because I did finish the campaign. I did try PvP, and I found myself just every time I logged in, just waiting for a queue for a dungeon, and I just kept getting. I'm trying to collect all of the 4 swords in my collections codex thing so I can get a purple sword, great sword, and I'm trying to get this one from the lion. It's the second dungeon where there's the lion. You kill him and try to get that great sword. So I'm like trying to collect that, and I'm keep failing to get it. It's just like the RNG, and I'm like, when am I ever gonna get this sword? It just feels very frustrating to get gear in that game. And then I go try PvP, I just get clapped on immediately. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm trying to get better gear. It's very. And then another thing is, the guilds control the game. Control the game, literally. If you're in a powerful guild, you guys control. They control. Some people like this, so I'm gonna put that on a con too. Your guild can control the server. This is kind of related to. I don't know if you guys know. I'm sorry, this is such a long video. Do you know that guy, the Rise of Kingdoms? If you know Rise of Kingdoms, when you start in your kingdom, eventually there's like millions of alliances, right? Eventually one alliance will rise up and they'll build, well, it's hard to, they'll build a community to make other alliances. So like basically, there's a group of people that are just gonna rule over the whole entire your kingdom, your server, and New World sense, and those people can get the loot, the best loot. They can get the best benefits, and if you're not in the, you won't get certain amount of rewards because your guild can't do it, and you just get killed, like trying to kill world bosses. So if you like that competitive thing with your friends, and you guys are all there, and there's a lot of, and New World requires communication, so that's a bad thing. It requires a lot of communication, but that could be a good thing too. So, I mean, Throne and Liberty. New World is a lot more chill. I think that their matchmaking systems are a little more balanced. So I would say, but at the same time, um, it's a work in progress, right? It's the combat isn't as satisfying as Throne and Liberty's combat. Let's say you have really good gear on Throne and Liberty, you're probably gonna enjoy Throne and Liberty combat a lot better for PvP because of the animations and the skill depth. But New World on the side is like when you're not playing PvP and you're just riding around the world. The world is, like I said, so interactive. The sounds are so good. So in reality, guys, should you buy New World? Because here's a con: you have to buy it, and you have to buy it. Requires cash. It doesn't. This is free to play. So Throne and Liberty, definitely play Throne and Liberty if you don't want to pay for New World. But if you want to try New World, you definitely, I think you'll get your money's worth. But you could wait for Black Friday coming, like at the end of November, and see if you can. New World goes on sale, and then get it then. If you can wait it out. But you definitely, the campaign is really nice. The story's pretty good. The art is really nice for New World. It's one of those things where Throne and Liberty takes it from me for the PvP, but the pay to win system kind of like cancels out the PvP because it's like the PvP is so good, but then the pay to win system like cancels that so good thing out. So it's like I'm left with just like a neutral feeling about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I mean, of course, if I work really hard in Throne and Liberty, I can get better gear for free. But what I'm saying is, I don't have to work really hard in New World. I can just ride around and enjoy the world and get gear just playing the story. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah, it is niche little 6 skills versus 12 skills. And yeah, I will say I didn't regret buying New World. I'm still have it downloaded. I still play it. I still want to make more videos on it. So, in the end, for me, New World wins right now. But let's say down the line, I finish the quest. I do a lot of PvP. I get tired and burn out. I might go back to Throne and Liberty, trying to get some more gear because you can always go back, to games when you're done. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this long video. I'm sorry I don't have any BDO, Black Desert Online things, but I kind of feel like ESO and BDO are a whole different level of New World and Throne and Liberty. I should have probably even added ESO. I just want to give you a little perspective of the games, so you know. But yeah, if you're sitting on your couch with an LG OLED playing on your PS5, the New World, you're not gonna regret buying that game. It's so gorgeous and beautiful. Same with Throne of Liberty. Like, it's free to play. You can't trash somebody that's gonna give you a game for free. Okay, even if you have to work your booty off to get some good gear, it's still a great game. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry it was so long. Have a wonderful day, and peace.